to Scrub Review. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to be looking at Jogo scrubs, and for that reason I'm joined by my good colleague Arjun. Thanks for joining us, Arjun.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, why do you like to wear scrubs in the workplace?
Well, it's always a nice way to start the week, I think, having a nice casual fit, and then I like to sort of bring that in with my professional aspect as well towards the end of the week. So it's always, I'm mixing it up depending on how I'm feeling that day.
So you often mix up, you wear scrubs some days and you wear standard clinical attire, other days with a shirt and pants and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
So the variety is important to you?
Very much.
And what made you invest in Jogo scrubs?
Well, they were a Melbourne-based brand, so I valued having someone in Australia earning my money.
Yep.
And it would also mean fast shipping. And I also really liked the advertising, so it was very professional, and I was impressed by that, and I thought based on that I'll give them a shot.
So you've had these scrubs for a couple of months now, you're wearing them week in, week out. What have you found you most value about these scrubs?
I like how they fit. I was telling Andrew earlier, the tricep exposure ratio is optimal, so it always makes you look nicer, I believe, so I think I really like that. What I do like is having pockets and the dedicated name badge loop that it has.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it easy for having a dedicated spot for your tag.
Yep.
And I like the way the pants fit. It's nice on the waist and still roomy enough on the thighs that I'm not scared I'm going to rip them.
I've really enjoyed wearing, I just bought this one set for this purpose, at your recommendation. I really like the fit. I find that pants size is difficult for me as someone that is quite tall. So I have generally erred on the size of large, knowing that they will often be a bit too long. Ideally probably a medium with extra length is my fit, but I really like these. These feel like a medium with extra length, and so they go right to the end but no longer. So they're really, I find the perfect length. They feel comfy, there's some stretch there. It's not as, the material doesn't feel as thick as some of the other brands that I wear, and so I like the fact that if I had a jog somewhere or was very busy or wearing a lot of PPE, I haven't found that I am conscious of being warm or sweaty as much in these scrubs as others. And they've got plenty of pockets. This is the only set I have that has pockets here. Some of that's by choice, but a lot of the male ones in particular for most brands, the standard top doesn't have pockets, they just have one up here. So I've been a big fan. They just have a single side pocket. That's probably different to a lot of the others where they have more pockets down there. I've got the navy on today. This is what the navy looks like. What colour do they call this?
Maybe burgundy.
Maybe burgundy,
yeah.
Give us a spin.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. And you can see that Arjun and I, similar heights, but a more muscular build, a more lanky build, just for the contrast. Let's have a look at Arjun in the blue. Now we're twinning. I quite like this colour, it's very good. And they, the same fit, the same design.
Yeah, I've got actually a medium in the pants, whereas the burgundy is small.
Oh, okay.
Just because the medium is a bit too loose on the waist, but still adequate in length and thigh room.
Yep.
So I thought maybe I could pop down.
Yep.
And I don't know which one I prefer.
Yeah.
They both fit.
Great, really good, very flexible. And would there be anything that you have found as a disadvantage or something that could be better from your experience of Jogo?
Well, I don't know if they are designed to be like this or whether I'm just a bit picky, but the ones that I've stolen from hospital, I found that they extended a bit further down, and I like those because it meant the pockets were more secure, so whenever I bend over, my lists and things don't fall out.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I was just thinking if I stretch, that's kind of a bit exposing, but I feel like otherwise it's quite a good length. They also, it looks like it has a fly, but it doesn't. It's a fake. And I've noticed that's a standard no fly, and obviously for men that's the thing that is more interesting to have a fly. There are some other brands out there I've discovered that do have flies. You'll see them soon in other videos. This one doesn't have a fly. It's a difference to standard kind of elastic plus string tie at the front. Very good. In terms of Jogowear, which is the company, what do they say about the things they do? They use lightweight, breathable, proprietary fabric that's intuitive and gives you confidence. Do you feel confident?
I do feel confident.
Me too, yeah, I think it does. It's a tailored fit, and I definitely feel it is like a tailored fit, what they're going for. We've gone for the straight cuffs, like the straight leg rather than the jogger ends. So you can see there, that goes straight. but they still feel a little bit tapered, even though they're straight and not jogger.
Like, I guess it doesn't have the four-way stretch that like Figs does.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit more sturdy.
Yep. There is a little bit of stretch, but it doesn't have that four-way stretch that Figs and some of the other brands claim. But I suppose that also contributes. They're doing that more fitted look for it, so I like it. What would you say out of 10 for comfort and fit?
Oh, a solid 8. I think the pants are the only things that a little bit hit or miss based on how skinny you are or how narrow hips you have. But the scrub top I'm very happy with.
Yeah, I'd agree with an 8. I think it's a nice tailored fit, and as you've heard, even changing sizes doesn't drastically change the way it fits. There's enough, a little bit of stretch to have a bit of give, but obviously having a bit more stretch might make it a bit more comfortable, but I think it's very highly rated. What would you say in terms of style and confidence?
Oh, a 9, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, really good. I think they look great. I feel good in it, so I'd probably go for an 8. I think it's solid, kind of erring on the 9 as well. So in terms of value for money, what would you give it out of 10?
Yeah, so I think the scrub top is $54, which is a little bit less than Figs. So I'd say an 8.
Yeah, I agree with an 8. I think this is a more premium version of scrubs. It's not just a simple material, and so I think it's good value for money. Although if it was a little bit cheaper, then that would probably be the difference towards making it a 10. So I think you're getting very good value for money, and if you can get them on sale, even better. What would you give it overall out of 10?
A solid 8.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think this is just like, it's really good. This is like the A, but maybe not an A plus in most regards. And I think for the price, that's pretty fair as well. So let us know what you think about Jogo scrubs, and you can look forward to seeing some other brands soon. Thanks so much for joining me in your Jogo scrubs, Arjun.
Thank you for having me.